All right, looks like we're live. I hope everybody can see us. We are sitting in the shade because it is very hot here in Las Vegas right now. 100 and what?
Incredibly. 100 and I forgot to count because it's so hot.
100 and who cares? After 100, it's just hot.
Exactly.
So the ACs are doing pretty good in there. We didn't want to overwork them, so we just set it at like, the front is set at like 76 and the back, or 78. I think it's vice versa, yeah. So, but it's nice and comfortable in there, and Kerry and I have been hitting the pool every night, twice in a row. But anyways, we got that out of the way. Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to the Friday Night Wine.
We used to live in Las Vegas. We used to be very used to this heat. I actually like the heat, but
blood's thickened a little bit.
But Montana made us soft.
Yes, yes. Well, Montana, you were lucky if you got over 76, 78.
Yeah, so
and here you're lucky
at acclimation.
You're lucky at night if it gets down to 78.
Mm-hmm. So are you curious as to who's with us tonight?
I am.
So Mr. Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy.
Hey, Paul, thanks for joining us.
is joining us. Thanks
Always
for coming by.
Yes.
Deborah.
Hey, Deborah, thanks for joining us.
Alan Bean.
Alan, hey, thanks for joining us.
Happy Friday, Peeps.
Cheers.
We'll get back to you. Actually, we'll talk about it a little bit more here about Nashville.
Oh yeah.
Sent me an email. So
wow, we've got 3 or 4 people now that have contacted us about Nashville.
So not to get off topic, we're going to go through the hellos, and then I want to bring up Nashville. Okay. Nicholas Mayetta.
Hey, Nicholas, how you doing, brother?
And Lindsay Solar Show is here in spirit. Possibly might be able to join later. She says hello. We'll pass along our hello to Lindsay as well in case she doesn't get here. Yes. Paul Chamberlain, woot woot. You got to do that when, the hand thing. Rosebud's Travel, Lewis and Katie, Wanderlost.
Thanks for joining us.
Miss Sassy Stacy Forrest is joining us.
So glad you could join us,
Finally able to catch a wine night. Can't wait to catch up. We're happy to have you here.
Yes.
RVDM.
Hey, Michael and Tiffany. They're getting ready to hit the road. Their house is under contract. I think they're on the road in like 3 weeks. They're pulling really close to 1,000 subs too.
It's go time.
Real quick, I think RVDM is going to have a live chat next Thursday, August 8th. So guys, look out for that one as well.
Lewis outside. Happy
Lewis.
Friday, Lewis.
Cheers.
Russell Pottinger.
Russell.
Hello, Kerry. Make sure Russ has the vibrator turned off on his phone. Well, yeah, that's what we're filming off of right now.
Yeah, so I'm safe.
I think we're safe.
I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, and believe it or not, he used to be a cop. Good thing you weren't that.
We didn't have phones like that back then.
Good thing.
I think we had a couple of not company phones, but patrol phones that we could use, and but you couldn't call. It had to all be duty stuff. So. Okay.
Oh, Nicholas said, yay, Lindsay in 3, 2, 1. And she said, I'm here riding shotgun through Chattanooga.
Oh,
Tennessee.
Wow. Cheers. Thanks for joining us, Lindsay.
Brad and Hope say hello.
Brad and Hope, Unboxing Our Life. Yes.
Judy Payne, hoping everybody is well.
Judy, thanks for joining us.
And Pam and Jim from Seattle.
Yes, thank you guys.
GMC people.
Yep.
Alan said, I feel a Nashville convergence coming on. I don't know about a convergence.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people there. I've got just contacted by another person today via Facebook asking if we were going to be there, and a couple on YouTube as well. We
didn't think that there would be anybody interested in that area. So we didn't really think about it.
Yeah, we didn't put anything out there. It really didn't even enter our minds.
But we were talking about, we had gone down to downtown Nashville one time when we were there months ago.
Yeah.
But the weather was really cold, and so we'd love to go back. So I'm thinking we'll find a day that we can work in the schedule.
Yep, that everybody else can meet us too.
And we'd love to meet, just say, hey, we're going to be here at this time. Anybody that wants to come by.
That's a good idea. Hey, what was that Brazilian? I know we're not going to do that.
Radizio's.
I don't know if any of you Nashville folks have been to Radizio's, but oh my goodness. Yes.
Isn't that a cool RV?
Big old one, yeah.
Mary from Getting an RV.
Hey, Mary. Miss Billy Ears.
No. Billy Ears are right up there, but it's too hot outside.
Yeah, it's 100
well
and
over
something.
100, so she can't come out right now. Stop, Eat, and Explore said hello from Cape May. Oh, wow.
Hey, guys. Thanks for joining
Sorry,
us.
Susan can't make it, coming in from Dallas. I'll be picking her up from Philadelphia,
This is the
leaving
Elwells
tomorrow to go home to Michigan.
Awesome, guys.
Well, tell Susan that we're thinking of her.
Susan travels a lot, almost as much as Tiffany, from what I can see with all the stuff. I see him on Facebook traveling a lot.
Yeah, I used to. I'm kind of glad. I do a different type of travel now.
Yeah, we travel together now. It's
Yes.
not me sitting at home thinking, I wonder where Carrie is. I wonder if she's having fun. I wonder what she's eating.
He'd start pouting. He goes, okay, you can only be gone 3 days at a time, because then I get too bored and I ran out of food that you pre-cooked. So
yeah, it just got boring. You know, I mean, you and I hung out all the time. We really didn't hang out with other people. No girls' night, no guys' night, nothing like that. So when you were gone, it was like my best friend, my partner, the person I hang out with, the person that keeps me entertained is gone. So I'm sitting there watching TV, and that's cool the first night, you know. But after that, it's like, okay,
I'm bored.
I'm not even excited to get off of work because there's nobody there.
Now we have a new sub and a new person in the room, and I'm not sure how to say this, so I'm going to guess it's PGACHES, capital P, capital G. ACHES.
Awesome. Well, hey, so, thanks for subbing.
Thank you, and
thanks for popping in.
If I said it wrong.
And thanks for chatting.
Debbie T from Florida.
Debbie, thanks for joining us.
And Mary is asking everyone to take a moment and please hit that like button.
Yes.
So it does mean a lot. So if you can take a second before you leave the chat, or if you're thinking of it right now, go ahead and do that.
Yep.
So Paul Chamberlain said, gotta learn how to do all these cool things. How do you make the hands? Yeah. Woo, 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 woo.
The what? Is it emojis or something?
The shoulder. Woo, woo.
I have no idea, Paul. I'm as lost as you, probably
I'll
more lost.
show you at Hershey. We'll practice it together. Lindsay said, hello and welcome.
Hey, Lindsay.
DT said, hi guys, we're here. Happy Friday.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, so RVDM said, thanks. Yes, we closed on our house 2 weeks from Monday and then hit the road.
Big exciting times. Exciting
thanks for the shout out of the live stream. Donna, you got your tab.
Did she?
Yes.
Awesome, Donna. Congratulations.
I've had it marked on my calendar the 29th. She picked up her tab 320S.
Awesome.
So excited for you.
Yes.
Judy wants to know, are we in Utah? No, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, so we had to come here, take care of some family issues. We saw my dad today, which was good to see him. And we are pulling out of here Sunday. We were actually going to pull out of here Saturday, but we got a outstanding deal here from the KOA. They said, hey, you guys already booked 3. We've got a special going on. Do you want to stay an extra night? And we were like, free? Heck yeah. But that was before I knew the temperature was going to be 102, 105, 108, 109. I may have left the first night had I known that.
And we also will be picking up Teddy, our little guy Max.
Yes, we're going to get Teddy tomorrow, right?
Yes.
I got, so on Boone, we have what we needed was we've got a 4 flat connector, but we need a 7 round. So everywhere I looked, I stopped off at Tractor Supplies, Walmart's, Camping Worlds. They had a 7 round to 4 flat, but it was 7 round female to 4 flat male, and I needed it the other way. I needed 7 round female to 4 flat.
Whatever it is.
They
Carrie
didn't
ordered
have
the
it.
right one off of Amazon, and we got it.
Yes.
And so we will be hooking that up, and that is going to be a sight to see, because Boone is going to be towing Teddy.
Yeah, we're calling it our in-law suite.
Yeah, it's the in-law suite. So Tiffany's been in Baton Rouge all week. She gets home late tonight.
I bet it's humid there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Nicholas pointed out, now I can't see now because it's too far away, but he said 28 was watching at the time he wrote this. Woohoo!
Nice.
Woo-hoo. That's my thing for the day. All right, I'm cut off. So Donna said, yes, Whoa Nelly Adventures said, hey guys.
Hey, Whoa Nelly Adventures, thanks for joining us.
And then Pam said, Jim is installing a GPS backup screen thing right now.
Oh.
That should save our marriage. You know what's interesting? Now, the GMC is probably different, but when we were first starting with the little guy Max, came pre-wired for the Furrion backup camera, and it was something that I thought we really needed at the beginning, and I stressed,
I think she's talking about GPS tracker, though, for maps. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But no, you're 100% right.
Backup
I even thought we needed the backup camera for that, and we almost spent the money on it, but we held off on it, and thankfully we didn't need it. Now, for this, you kind of need it because you can't see directly behind you.
We have one,
and
the
works,
wiring's loose.
Yeah.
It worked for one day when I wiggled the wires, and then it stopped.
And it didn't even work the first day we got it. It was like sometime in the middle it worked real great.
When we were Virginia City.
Yeah,
I was like, I fixed it. The next time we started it up, it was done.
So we're looking at picking up another one of those.
Yeah, we're going to look into that. And I think Lewis was the one that bought a while ago one of those
RV
GPS things. Lewis, if you're still on, if you can speak up and let us know the brand name of that again, because we do plan on going around New England this fall.
A lot of low bridges out that way.
And I think I would have peace of mind having something like that where we can put in the height and the weight of our rig and having it navigate us around.
A lot of times you don't think you need it because you've got phones that have fantastic GPS functions, but when it comes to like maybe bridges with weight restrictions or tunnels or bridges with height restrictions, if you have the ability to know about that in advance, you save yourself a lot of headache.
Well, it's interesting because we used to do a daily vlog, and somebody had asked us that question before about, do you use one? And at the time, being the newbies that we were, it's like, no, we use Google Maps, we're good. You know, we use some of the other navigation things. Didn't even think about that. And I think another part of it was we were so tiny at the time. The little guy, Max, was actually more narrow than our truck. So if our truck fit through somewhere, the little guy wouldn't. And the height-wise wasn't that high. And so we didn't think about it, but now that we're in a bigger rig, it definitely is a concern.
Yep.
Chasing the Sun Life RV Van Living. Love the channel. Well, we
guys,
love that you are joining us.
Yep. You know what's crazy is I've got one more drink of this beer. Usually it takes me a while, but when it's 105 out, you start going through those. But I came prepared. I got another one, and I've got my tumbler with ice to keep it chilled.
The air and the spare.
The air and the spare.
Carlos and Renee living the RV.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Susan, hi everybody, she made it.
Susan, thanks for joining us.
She gets to listen for a few minutes before getting on the plane.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it because we all know how hectic and challenging travel can be. So much appreciated you tuned in while you're at the airport there.
Well, I have another exciting announcement. Camper Life goes full-time on the 28th.
Awesome, Camper Life.
These people get ready to go.
Yeah, you guys are going to really, really enjoy it. You always hear, and we kind of talked about it in the beginning too, about how there is a part that becomes hard or like not fun anymore. But we've been on the road, what, 9-10 months now?
At least.
Yeah, 9-10 months. Well, since October 15th, 19th. And it hasn't gotten hard. We've had our challenges, but I've not once said, man, this life, okay, this isn't all it's cracked up to be. There are times that it's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. And really, when you're watching the YouTube videos, you think it's like it's travel and awesomeness all the time. But, you know, you still have to work. You still have to bring the money in. Well, you and I do anyway. Some people may not. But it's a little different than that. But all in all, I've never had a moment where I said, man, this wasn't the right decision, or man, this is tough, or I'm even remotely thinking about going back to Sticks and Bricks.
No, you were thinking of leaving Sticks and Bricks far more often than you are ever thinking
of leaving
this.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have, Wanderlust loves your hat. Go Air Force.
Aim high.
That's right.
See, it used to be a flat brim, and I don't think I can pull it off quite as much as I used to. So I've just got a little bit of a roll in it now. And I saw my dad. My dad's a ex-Air Force. He was in Vietnam, and he was eyeballing the hat today. I almost gave it to him, but
you can order him one.
Yeah, I'll have to get him one.
But Brett, our son, counseled you on the flat brim.
Yeah,
and coached you on at least shaping it a little bit.
So I saw a really neat sticker on my dad's truck today. My dad was in Vietnam, and he suffers from I forget how much disabled. I think he's like 90% disabled, but he has a sticker that says Agent Orange Health Club lifetime membership, which and this is a tough situation because it has caused him all kinds of problems. but the fact that there are a lot of other people out there who are suffering from this as well, but that they have the sense of humor to do something like that. I just thought it was fantastic.
Mary said, take a pic of Boone and Teddy. We'll capture it on video for sure. It will more than likely be an Instagram. It's going to look, I mean, I thought we got looks when we drove the little guy Max down the freeway before. We are really going to get some looks.
I'm not really concerned about it. I mean,
it's just going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So, I would be lying if I didn't say we're nervous. I'm nervous.
I'm not that nervous about it. I really don't. I can back, no problem. But behind a big rig like this, I don't plan on doing backing. Like with the truck and the little guy Max, you know, I didn't hesitate to back up and move around. You know, no matter where I was, I would go. Here, I'm going to be very cautious about going into places because I really, it's hard to see what's directly behind you in this. Whereas a truck, I had a window that I could just turn around and see. And it wasn't quite as far back. So I plan on driving a little bit more cautiously by not putting myself in situations that might require a backup.
Yep. Wow. Updates from Nicholas and Paul. 44 now watching.
Woo! Awesome. Keep it up, guys.
Paul also said he had a customer come pick up a Tab 320S today as well. But they came from Manhattan, New York, and they're camping in Gettysburg.
Oh, man, Gettysburg.
That's a dream for us.
Yeah. I like how Paul posts the pictures on Instagram. I see him on Instagram posting video of people driving away with their new car or with their new trailer all the time. There was one lady that I saw recently. It was her first RV. She was pulling it behind a car. Paul, you might be able to remember the brand name. But it was a very small trailer. It almost looked like the frame of a trailer. I mean, it made a Tab 320 look like a behemoth, a monster. It was just really cool and really light. I don't remember the name of it. I'd never seen it. I just thought it was a very interesting model. So maybe if Paul's still here, he might chime in on what that was.
Before I forget, before it slips my mind.
Okay.
We promised last week that we would devote a few minutes each Friday night to channels that are putting out a video this week.
Yep. Not last week, not next week, but something that people can go to here right after this. Right after this live broadcast, or something that you plan on putting up in the next day or so. We don't want people to forget about it. But if you've got a new video out that you're excited about or something that you want to push, now's your time. Tell us about it, because Kerry and I would like to see too. We try to keep up, but there's so many different channels out there. And
this way, it's a good reminder for us. We can go back through this after, and then we can go through and check them. So I'm going to get caught up on comments while I give you a moment to kind of put those in, and then I will be reading those, and we can share that with the room. Wanderlost. Oh, they already knew I was going to jump to that because they said they're doing a live stream tomorrow at 6 Mountain.
6 Mountain tomorrow, which is what here? Like 5?
5, yep.
We might be able to make that.
Time zone changes get this guy every time.
We might be able to make that, guys. It just depends on what's going on with the little guy Max and stuff, but if we can, we'll make that.
Stacy said, Russ, you just keep testing your towing skills, don't you? Storing Teddy in Tennessee, yes. My dad has a large property, and he said that when we're not using Teddy, we can put him there, and we'll use him from time to time, and our kids, we're going to make it
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, Stacy, you might see another tab or another little guy Max in Kentucky, because our daughter is our son-in-law is from Kentucky. He gets out of the Air Force here soon. They're going to relocate back to Kentucky. He's Air Force Security Forces, which is basically the police part of the Air Force. Kerry and I were that. Back then it was called LE and Security Police, not Security Force. But anyways, they are moving back to Kentucky, and we've kind of just said it to our daughter, like, hey, you can do this, you can take this out and use it. And she's like, oh, cool, you know, whatever. But our son-in-law, who likes to camp and who's that outdoorsy type, he's going to say, you know what? Why don't you guys just keep it on our property? I can tell.
I can
so you'll just see another little guy Max out there soon in Kentucky.
Lewis said the Garmin RV 770 LMT -S. So I'm going to write that down.
There you go. And we'll put it in links
else
below.
That wants to know.
Yep.
And I remember Lewis talking very highly of it.
Oh yeah,
so
he's got a video on it.
He did a video. That's right.
Yep.
He did a video on that. Paul Chamberlain said, "Save your money. Don't buy just the individual parts. I can get you the whole part with everything working." I think that's something for the tab. People were going back and forth talking something about the TAFG.
Okay, great. Yeah, Paul's the guy to go to for sure.
Yeah, Unboxing Our Life. Siri's directions are not RV friendly. My Siri is fired because my Siri has actually told me she can't help me right now. She's busy. I wish I could have recorded that, but I had asked Siri something and she told me basically go away. I was like, okay, fine. So Siri and I are not on speaking terms anymore.
Yeah, she's fired. She's out of there.
She's fired.
Out of there.
Hey, Mom's here. Happy Friday to my favorites.
Hey, Mom.
You should be the favorites. You're an only child.
That's awesome. I know she and my grandmother went out to look for some glasses for reading. My grandmother has macular degenerative or degenerative macular, whatever it is.
Macular degeneration.
Yeah, and so slowly losing her sight. But she used to love to read, and they found a doctor. There's only like 2 of them in the whole state of Florida. But this guy is going to create glasses. She put them on, and my grandmother was able to read the newspaper, which we all know is kind of small print. So she's super excited about that. The only problem is I think they're like $2,000.
Yeah, they're really.
But she's an ex-government employee and ex-military as well, so she has good medical coverage.
Ed Reed is here. He said, "We get a new converter installed Monday. Can't wait. Good idea to check heights and weights back east. You don't want to shave the top off your rig." No, we love convertibles, but not on our RV.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Excited for you guys. You know, Ed, we found I went to a class at the Escapees, and they were talking about get your rig weighed, get it measured height-wise, take that stuff, put it on your dash, because even they know 6 months from now, you don't want to be guessing when you're doing 65 down the road and it says you've got a 12-foot clearance, you know. Am I 11.7 or 12.7, you know? So that was a good idea. And they also said if you plan on going to Canada, convert that stuff and stick that on the dash as well. Then you're not having to do math at 65 miles an hour with a 28-foot rig behind you. So,
hi, Karen.
Hey, Karen Ruckman?
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't seen Karen for a while. Yeah. We miss you, Karen.
Let's see. Paul said said something to my wife about your hat. She is watching for the first time. Hi, Maureen.
Hey, Marie. U.S. Air Force One or Kerry's super cool flag hat?
Yeah, we got a theme going on here.
Yeah, well, we're patriotic. We are both Air Force veterans ourselves. That's where we met. We were what's called a tech school marriage. We knew each other for 6 weeks before we got married.
Yeah, we eloped on my dad's birthday. That went over well, as you can imagine. I do want to give a disclaimer because it is so hot out. We have fans on our phones to try to keep them cool, but if we suddenly disappear,
y'all know what happened.
Because the phone's overheated and it's too hot outside.
So we've got a phone on the back of that phone, we got a fan on the back of that phone, which is what you guys are watching us on, and Kerry's holding hers by this fan right here. Hopefully it keeps it cool enough.
Mary said they're finally going to meet up with us at the summit in Indiana.
Awesome.
We'll be joining Travels with Delaney. Randy's Adventures.
What
the RV Odd Couple?
The RV Odd Couple. They're a big channel.
Yeah.
And we're all
others.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. They're actually the keynote talkers. And then I'm going to be doing a bit on influencers, how to become an influencer and how to make contact with companies for sponsorships. Not only influencers, because once I started writing the class or this talk there, I realized that not everybody is an influencer or a brand ambassador, but we all, as YouTube, we all like to get free product that we can review. So I'm doing a class on that. Part of my job when even now, I actually manage the influencers and recruit the influencers for First Texas Products. But so I know what to look for and I know how I like people to contact me. So I'm going to be doing a class on that. Kerry and I are going to be live streaming that. So if you want to see, hey, how can I as a YouTube channel contact companies and have them send me free product at the very least, send me free product so I can review, you're going to learn how to do that. So that'll be in Shipshewana in September.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can go, Randy has a blog, a website, with the sign-up information and the date. So even if you want to attend or you want to see some of the other speakers that'll be there, and it's my understanding from talking with Patrick that each of the presenters will be allowed to just live stream their program, but then they will be collecting all of that and putting it on a centralized location so people can find it later as well.
Yeah, there's going to be some great information given there. There's another guy, I can't remember the YouTube channel's name, but the guy works in TV and radio, and he's done some documentary type videos, informational videos on his YouTube channel that are extremely well done, and he's doing a portion about how to tell a story. And that's really important in YouTube, because you can't just come out and blindly shoot stuff. You've got to be able to tell stories. And I think that's where my weakest point is being able to thread a good story together. So I'm super excited to learn more on that.
What's really great about this, it's all free.
Yeah.
It's just YouTube channels getting together, collaborating and talking, but then we're also documenting it so we can share it with everyone.
I should have brought a third beer out
here. Anybody
here.
That's in the area, we're not going to say no if you want to pop in and say hi, and like Mary, and have a great
So
meetup.
Mary's coming. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then I think David and Susan Elwell plan on going there as well. So there's going to be quite a few people there.
Let's see, JT and DT's Adventures.
Hey guys.
They're here. Use the Copilot app on our trip to the coast.
Oh.
It has input for your rigs and data, and is supposed to warn you about bridges and such. Not sure it works since they've been out in the Southwest. So it's a non-issue. Yeah, it's not an issue in the Southwest. Mary asked if we miss Yellowstone.
I miss the
right
temperature.
Now, the temperature, even though we complained about it a lot while we were there because it was so cold, it just started getting normal and we left. But
yeah, you know, and the people that Kerry was work camping for are fantastic people, and we do miss them. I went out with Alan once to do some treasure hunting, so I had a good time with him.
The weirdest thing is he also went out with this other gentleman with Al. The three of them went out on a treasure hunt, and this guy happens to be from Janesville, Wisconsin.
Yeah, which is where
I spent a lot of time growing up as a kid.
Yeah, I'm from Hawaii and Wisconsin, and Janesville. My mother is from the Janesville area. My father, well, she's not from the Janesville area, but we lived a long time in Janesville. Father's from Hawaii, and there was another tie. The guy that owned the knife shop that we went out, he was from Monroe, or no, I'm sorry, Debbie, Alan's wife, her father is from Monroe, Wisconsin, which is like 15 minutes north of Janesville.
Vanda's here, and
hey, Vanda.
This is what I love that happens on these live streams with the support for all the other channels. She said, I just subscribed to Wanderlost. Thank you for supporting them.
Yes,
and speaking of Wanderlost, they said our latest 2 videos are from Gettysburg.
Oh,
check
sweet.
that out.
I'll be swinging over and checking that out, guys.
Susan confirmed that, yes, they will be in Indiana.
Awesome. Super excited to see you guys.
We're going to have to wear T-shirts so people can recognize us and find us.
Yeah. Well, speaking of T-shirts, we just put some new...
Russ did. He was in his creative mode
T-shirts in our Teespring one. I've got one that I'm pretty excited about. It says, I need more vitamin, and then there's a trailer, and then it says RV, and I thought that was super cool. And then we just put a bunch up there, so if you guys want to check out our Teespring account, go ahead and check that out. We've got some cool T-shirts, we've got some branded stuff, and then not branded stuff that's just more towards the RVer. There is a link to it in our community section. If you go to our channel, click on community, you can find a link to it there. But if not, Kerry's going to put a link to our Teespring down below.
Oh, I will.
Yes.
Oh, I will. That's my homework. Camper Life said their video coming out will be about the stress of going full-time. I think that's a great topic.
Yeah,
because a lot of people just think, oh, you're getting excited, you're going, but there are a lot of stressful things, and different people have stress about different things. We didn't have stress so much about the letting go. It was just more of the work of getting rid of everything.
Yeah, how to get rid of everything. You know, and to be honest with you, I stressed a lot of just pulling into a gas station. Every time we had to refuel in the beginning, I was like, oh no. I hope it's big enough, it's small, you know, if it's small, if it's tight, how many people are going to be there? And then I also stressed about, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to back this rig, and there's going to be a bunch of people at the campsite, and they're going to watch me getting frustrated, but you know, the thing to remember about stresses is that one, they keep you on your toes, and if you're kind of stressed about doing something, you'll be more aware about it. And two, in RVing, everything, you get better and better at it the longer you do it.
I think you have to worry more when you think you've got it and you're comfortable, and then that's when you slack on certain things. When you're stressed and you're new at the beginning, you're mentally running through these checklists, you have all these safety precautions kind of set up, and you're going through. It's when you're in that rush, you're like, oh yeah, I got it, and then you don't.
It's a lot like how it was when I was in law enforcement. You know, they always talk about complacency kills, and you get complacent because you get overly confident. So I think those checklists are a great idea. We don't necessarily have one for Boone. We need to get one set up, but there's just a lot less to do with a Class A versus hooking up a trailer and moving around and that sort of thing.
Just different types of things. I almost caused a catastrophic
I think you
event.
Actually tilted the camera a little bit, but it's still good.
No, I'm taller.
Everybody can just kind of rotate their head. I think. Right.
Yeah, everybody just watches the show that way. We all go to a chiropractor after the show. So Wanderlust just said, just so you know, they put out a video every Friday.
Good.
Today's was the one in Gettysburg.
Okay, fantastic.
And Susan and David are staying in Gettysburg when they go to the Hershey show.
Oh, nice.
So we will be staying at the fairgrounds.
We are actually going to be boondocking at the fairgrounds there.
Yeah, we had reservations at the Hershey RV Resort.
Yeah, but that was for the little guy, Max.
And then they didn't have any room for the big guy, and we don't have enough time to take Teddy to go to that one, and then go back, and then head out to the other places we have to go.
But with our solar, I forget how many watts we have up there, but I'm not really proud of the 960 watts up there, but we have our solar, we have our generator. We're going to boondock in the generator allowed area, which honestly, I don't think we're even going to turn the generator on. We do plan on we will put this out in writing. You'll see this on our blog. You'll probably also see it in the community center. You'll see it on our Instagram, which if you're not following our Instagram, please fly on over there, follow the Instagram, _roads_we_roam.
It's in the link below.
Yep. Follow us on Instagram. We put out daily video updates on that daily. So check that out. And we'll also have it on our Facebook page. But anyways, we are going to do a Friday night get together at Hershey.
Yes, during the live stream.
Yes, we'll be doing it during the live stream. And we're hoping, I don't want to say the channel's name, but there's a channel that's going to be going full-time here soon. They mentioned that they might be going to Hershey. If they are, we'd like them to come over, live stream with us, and have you all come over and meet us while we're live streaming.
Yes.
And
that way, I think, you know, even if you just wave in front of the camera, say hi, some of the friends that you've made online here, they get to see your face. And because some of you don't have YouTube channels, so I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we have Eat, Sleep, RV, Repeat said coming soon this weekend. It's their Chihuahua Titi's birthday, 16th birthday.
Wow.
And they're going to do a video, and she gets a special ribeye, but don't tell her.
So I was watching Lou and Angie's. I didn't watch their latest video. It's something about Angie getting bit by ants. But I did watch their tongue drum video, and Angie had to talk Lou into getting this drum that she had been wanting for years.
Nouveau drum or Nouveau drum?
Well, no, it's a tongue drum from like Nouveau drum. She had been wanting to get it for years. And then Angie said something that's very smart. She said, every once in a while, because Lou said, well, it's a want, it's not a need. And Angie said, every once in a while, you have to get those wants. And I think wants actually become needs, because if you're so bored and you're only buying needs and you're not happy, then you need something to make you happy and fulfilled. So I thought that was super cool that you got it.
Every now and then. We were very happy for you. And Russ is now using that justification to get something else. He's banking that for it. I know it.
I need a banjolele.
Yeah, you need a banjolele.
I need a banjolele.
Yeah, well, not after we.
So we'll be putting this out in tomorrow's video, and we're not going to talk any more about it because I want to do that.
It's too frustrating.
But we learned a very valuable lesson about RV repair, call out RV repairs and charging. And We'll just say it was double what we expected, and then some.
Rosebuds Travels didn't go specifics, but they put out 4 videos on Sunday, and Wanderlost, just subscribe to them.
Awesome. Nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah, way to support each other. I mean, we're all a community out here. We all can learn from each other and be entertained by each other, so fantastic.
Living the Life said we'll be finished in about 3 weeks with their truck camper renovation.
Yes, yes, very cool.
Speaking of renovation, so on our Instagram, if you check that out, you can see, was it the Instagram?
Yeah.
On one of them where I'm sitting there, and we had the new wallpaper in this one area, and it started to peel away from the wall. And I had prepped the wall. I had this stuff, I sanded it down, and it still pulled away. So I've got to figure something else out. I was just so irritated with it that I ripped it off the wall today.
Starting all over.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do something.
You have to, because it was okay enough to not fix it if it wasn't there, but now it just looks like you're in the middle of something. So I think it was smart.
We are in the middle of something.
Yeah.
But when we get to Tennessee, that's when we plan on redoing the flooring.
Yep.
And my sisters will be there, so maybe I can get some help in the wall department. Wink, wink. Can you notice they're not on right now, so I can put that out there. Let me see. It moved on me here. Deborah Cadabra said, Air Force brats and tab owners rule. Well, the Air Force brat part you got. We don't have tab. We have a little guy, Max.
So yeah, we are both Air Force veterans, but I was also an Air Force brat.
You were?
Yeah.
Let's see. Judy Payne said, hold on. She was just talking to your mom.
Okay.
Unboxing Air Life said, I don't know anything about fixing RVs, so instead of how-to videos, I'm filming try-to videos. I love it.
Yeah, you know, but that's how you learn.
Exactly.
You know, I mean,
people learn from your mistakes, and you're still teaching them
yeah,
something.
and from your mistakes. Yeah, exactly. Like I just learned. Now I was going to call somebody in to service the ACs. The ACs are working fine, but I think the front could be a little bit cooler. The back is awesome. I think the front could be a little bit cooler, but after learning what I did with this generator repair, I'm not calling anybody to do it. I did a little bit of research. I found a YouTube channel that shows how to get in there and service your RV AC, and it's super easy to so I'm going to do that myself. I'm actually going to video it, and I will give credit to the channel that I found though.
Arkansas Traveler, aka Terry.
Hey Terry.
A little late. Did you get the generator fixed? So the timing of her question was, it's fixed.
It's
but
fixed.
Tune in tomorrow because there's more to that story.
Yes, yes.
Pam wants to know, do you have an in with Battleborn? No.
Yeah, so we talked to Battleborn.
I mean, we did talk with them, with the little guy.
Yeah, they were interested in working something out with when we had the little guy Max, because they don't have anybody with that type of, they don't have any ambassadors with that size of unit, but it just didn't work out for us. We didn't feel like we needed it, but anyways, no. Answer is no, we don't.
Nope.
But I'm thinking
Boone came with. We still don't know what type of batteries.
Yeah, I'm thinking about if we go out of here north, maybe we'll fly in through. Are they up in Reno? Aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll slide into Reno and they could take a look at what we got and tell us what we have. Mm-hmm. I know they're good about that. And
well, they also show up at a lot of like the Escapees event.
Yeah.
They were there.
Yeah, and that's when we got to talk to them. But swing in there, talk to them, and maybe they'll give us a tour of the facility, and we could put that out
would be really,
on the video.
I mean, this is a young company, and the head of that company, very young as well, but he's a genius and very well spoken, very intelligent, and they know what they're doing. They put a lot of quality behind their product, and if we get to the point where we have to buy batteries to replace it here, I'm going Battleborn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of people use them with really good results.
Alan wants to know when and where is the summit that talked about in Indiana?
Shipshewana, Indiana, September what?
It's like the 25th.
Yeah, so late September.
Yeah, we'll put the dates. I'll put the link to that below in the comments right after the show. Give me about 10 minutes after the show, and then I'll get that.
I'm all out of beer. I'm going to dehydrate
You
here.
can have some of my drink if you want. So Stacy said, I'm going to Shipshewana too.
Yay! Awesome.
She wants to know if she can walk the dogs.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Abby may not come back to us though.
Yeah, we're gonna have some great people there, man.
It's gonna be.
You know what's funny is we kind of knew about Travels with Delaney, but really didn't follow them. I have no idea why we didn't. And Stacy's like, you got to check out Travels with Delaney, and so because Stacy said we had to, and we did, and we actually started liking the channel, and then got to meet them. And it was the same thing with Travels with Delaney. They kind of knew about us, but actually I don't think they even knew about us. And then Stacy said, you got to check out this channel, The Roads We Roam. Mm-hmm. So Patrick and they have respect for her as well, so they checked it out, and next thing you know, we're all super good friends.
And so we're all hanging out, boondocking in Idaho.
Yeah.
But
so it'll be super exciting to have with Delaney and Stacy and Chris. I think it's Chris, right? Yep. Stacy and Chris together and us. It'll be a fantastic time.
September 26th through the 29th in Shipshewana.
Oh.
And if you go to randysadventures.com, there's a tab on her page where it talks about the Small Creators Summit, mm-hmm. and it'll have all the information, the campground that we're at. Now Sunday, when we talked about this on the live stream, Patrick and Patty were in the room, and they said there were 4 spots left. Now what that means?
Just reserved spots.
Reserved spots. They called and secured for X number of spots for the event. You can try to see if those are full. You can see if there are any more, but there are other campgrounds in the area, and you're more than welcome to come. Once we get a firm schedule of times that things are out, then people will know.
I think what the issue is, or not issue, but the reservation is so those 8-9 spots can they're all right next to each other. I think there's a lot more room, so if you want to come, you'll probably be able to get it at the same campground, just not right in a row with all of us.
Yeah. Carlos and Renee said, beware of Indiana roads. They are rough on the axles. We broke both back ones when we traveled there.
Wow.
Ooh, that's not good.
Well, good information. Thank you.
Go slow, Russell.
Yes.
Go slow.
Well, some of the bumpiest roads I ever experienced were in Louisiana.
Yeah. Those were really
the
bad.
Freeways were horrible.
They were so bad that we pulled over and put a GoPro in the back of the little guy Max to show, and of course when we started driving after we did that, it was still bumpy, but that was the least bumpy stretch of road.
That's how things are. You're like, gotta get this on video, let me pull over, take care of this. Okay, it's smooth sailing from here on out.
RV Ashes at April says, good evening all.
Hey guys, I don't recognize that name.
I think that's a new name.
Yeah,
we're so glad to have you.
If you're a new name, congratulations. Thank you for following us. Thank you for stopping in. If you're not, please, we accept our apologies, but we see so many names come through.
Exactly. Judy wants when we're going to Nashville.
So we'll be in Nashville August 9th-ish?
Probably the 9th-ish.
Yeah.
Through the 18th.
Yeah.
Cannot do anything on the 15th because we're taking our niece to UTK, Knoxville. We're helping her out. She's moving into her new apartment.
That's her sophomore year.
Sophomore
year at University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
Go Vols.
Yes.
Okay. Forgotten Winter. Hi. I'm so excited
hey guys.
to go to your live chats.
Thanks for joining us.
We were talking about you.
Yeah, everybody.
Shh. No, not now. Earlier when we were going, you can't help but go to an RV
that Super C.
And look at all the rigs, and then we saw Super C, and we're like, Forgotten Winter's Super C.
Yeah, where was that Super C? Oh, it was in Cedar City?
Cedar City.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, oh, man. That's my dream vehicle is a Super C. One day.
Talk about the shirts, because this is how far I'm catching up. Jerry G says, and thank you for joining us, Jerry.
Yes,
no one in their right mind hangs outside in the desert in the summer, but apparently the Vitamin RV is magic.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I can't wait to get that. I already ordered myself when I made it and ordered it. And I can't. And I also have a new shirt up there. One of the toughest things that Kerry and I run across is when people ask us, where are you guys from? We're like,
we used to be from here, and then we went from there.
Yeah, then now we're full-time RVing. So I was like, you know what? We're from everywhere. Wherever we go, that's where we're from. And then it just hit me. I was like, that's a great shirt. So then I did, I'm from everywhere, kind of a play on, I've been everywhere, man. But I said, I'm from everywhere. And then I did the whole Chicago, Reno, you know, blah, blah, blah. I did every single city that was in that Johnny Cash song. So that's a cool t-shirt too. I ordered myself one of those. I'm not going to sell any of them, but I ordered them all for me.
He just creates them on Teespring for himself, and you can see what's going through Russ's mind.
Yeah, I make that I like.
Joy's Voyagers.
Hey, Corey and Daniel. Thanks for joining us, guys. We miss you guys.
I know. We're still planning when we're going to go through Georgia. We got to meet up again.
Yeah, so we're going back that way for November.
Don't know when.
My grandmother's birthday is in November, but we're going to go to Tampa now, we think, the Tampa RV show. So instead of trucking way on out, we're going to truck around maybe the Georgia, Carolina area. Yeah. So we'd love to get together with you guys, along with Kate and KV as well, too.
Exactly. And there's other people out that way, too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people.
Susan said, Georgia. I was afraid to risk getting a slot at Hershey Show for the boondocking. I think it fills up. Be aware it can get very hot at Hershey. I was worried about the dogs during the show. If we were in our little Guy Max, I probably would have had the same thing.
Yeah.
But because we've got this with the 2 AC units,
yeah, we'll just leave the generator running and set
I'm buying
the temperature
one of
control.
Those little
monitoring devices
that you can monitor from your cell phone.
Yep. That
you can do that, and that's one of the only reasons where I feel comfortable, because it's at the show. You take a shuttle into so that the fairgrounds where you park is across the street from the actual fairgrounds, and the only way you can enter is by taking the shuttle. They don't want you walking across.
And Hershey is not pet friendly either.
No, so you can't take the dogs in there.
Where Tampa is pet friendly.
Oh yeah, you can take them everywhere. But this way I have peace of mind where we can go into the show and we can either take turns going in, or we can go for a little bit and then come back, every 2 hours or so to check on the dogs.
Yep.
But you're right, and we're planning on getting there. They open Tuesday at 7 a.m. We're probably going to be in line really early to make sure we get a spot there.
Yep. Tuesday is Industry Day, so I think Air Force guy, Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy, some of their, the factories, manufacturers, dealers, and that sort of thing will have access. I'm hoping to get somebody in the industry to give us access Tuesday. That would be awesome. I'm going to reach out to some of the people that we know and see if we can get in there.
Joyous Voyager said, have you all heard about the LGM buyout? Any details on the new company? So
yes,
we talked about it last week. Russ, why don't you bring them up to speed?
Okay, so they have investors, backers. The new owner is Extreme Outdoors now, instead of Liberty Outdoors. A lot of the same people are still in place. Joe Kikos, who is one of the co-founders, is still in place. I believe, what was that guy's name? No, the younger guy, Joe's son-in-law.
The one that everything?
Yep.
See, now you asked me that.
Yeah, it's like Brandon or Heath or...
I thought it was Bob.
No, Bob Deskovich actually works the desk.
That's the name I was thinking.
Yeah. But anyways, a lot of those guys are still in place. I think it's a very good thing for Liberty Outdoors. They ended up getting a little bit... They wanted to grow too fast. They couldn't keep up with things. And I think that's why you saw some of the quality control issues. They were just moving so fast. They wanted new product to come out.
There was more demand
than what they could keep up with.
And then they felt the pressure. Quite frankly, I think to keep up with New Camp. But New Camp had more resources at the time.
So what you're going to see here, though, this company that came in, Extreme Outdoors, is one of the very first things they want to do is tighten down the quality control areas, which I think is fantastic.
Susan, it's funny you mention this. She said, if you come to Indiana, you should go north to West Michigan. It's beautiful with lots of state parks.
We do plan on doing that.
We were thinking about that. Our calendar is kind of filling up quick, even though we kind of tried to keep it loose.
Yeah.
So we found out, Russ, for work, he found out a while ago, October 5th and 6th, he had to go to the Rhode Island metal detecting for Pound the Ground. Yeah,
where the issue came from is the dealer is actually out of Rhode Island.
Right. And then I looked up the thing because I went to go make a reservation. Plattsburgh, New York, which we used to be stationed at Plattsburgh Air Force Base, so that'll be cool. But that totally changes our itinerary where we were planning to travel, because Plattsburgh and Rhode Island are a little bit apart.
Yep.
Hey, Mr. Forgotten Winter Brad is an Air Force veteran as well.
Awesome. Thank you for your service, Brad.
Thank you, Brad. Oh, let's see. Gotta love all these, any service, but we got a soft spot for Air Force.
Oh yeah, of course, Air Force is much better. No, just kidding. We're all a team here. Yeah. Just Air Force leads the way, that's all.
Don't get him going. And you don't get them going.
I know. There's probably more non-Air Force than Air Force.
RV Repeat says, you've got my vote, Russ, and the ant bite was my right hand, and I'm unable to play the new drum now.
Oh,
apparently
no.
I'm allergic to ants. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I'll be checking that video out here soon, Lou.
Kim is here. Kim, I've signed you up to help me wallpaper and paint, so just telling you. Too late. You didn't say no when I mentioned it, so.
Actually, she agreed to do it, so.
Yeah, no, that was with the flooring I thought.
Okay.
So now double duty.
Yep.
Anybody else that wants to help?
Yeah, we got a lot of people in Nashville.
Hartsville, Tennessee, sometime from the 9th through the 18th. Let's see. Paul, the Air Force guy, said, Paul Chamberlain said, I'm going to do a video about RVACs. People have a misconception about how they cool. I would be very interested to
I think
that.
A lot of people think RVACs, well, any AC unit makes it cool. It doesn't. It removes the hot air is all it does. That's what it's doing. It's removing the hot air. And the other thing about AC units is that they're a sealed unit. Unlike cars and homes where you can refuel Freon and that sort of thing, these are sealed units. So from what I know, it's basically making sure that the big things you've got to worry about when it comes to an AC, an RVAC, are making sure that both coils are clean and the fins aren't dented, and that the fan can move freely. It's more about airflow. Well, I'm doing a video on it too. But Paul's will be more, Paul has way more knowledge than me. This is just from my own research and things that we've got to do.
University.
Yeah, it's through YouTube University. I want to make sure that we are as cool as humanly possible here. But I'm not going to mess with it until we get up in the Flagstaff, because
just in case
these AC, and these AC units are on overtime. You know, I can't stop an AC unit in here for 2 hours to clean it.
The rear one is super cold. The front one, not so much, but
the front one is cold, but not like the back.
Yeah, it doesn't. Corey and Daniel said wine and cigar are in hand.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I can't smoke cigars anymore, but I used to enjoy a cigar every now and again. Born is a fantastic company. Like Kerry said, they're very innovative. The CEO is a smart guy, and I think they're going to be huge. They're already growing quickly, but I think they're going to be huge soon.
This is something I'm excited to watch. Unboxing Our Life said we'll be posting our question of the day. They filmed with Living the RV Local Life.
Oh, sweet. I'm glad you guys got to hook up.
Collab there.
Yeah.
5280 Adventures said, love this live show. Great job, y'all.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, it's only good because of all of you. So.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Kerry and I do really, you guys provide all the content and we just talk to you. So congratulations to you guys for making it so awesome.
And Wanderlost, don't forget to hit that like button, everyone.
Yep.
Please.
It really helps us get out after the fact.
Now, there's been a lot of back and forth with RVDM about the Capital One breach, because his video that they put out earlier today with that. So yeah, it is scary stuff, and it affects a lot of people, and it's just made me think, when you are on the road traveling, we've even had it happen. We've
had people attempt to steal our card number and use it. That's why Kerry and I have pretty much decided we're going to try to pay cash most of the time.
Pay cash, or we have the one card that we use. We keep a little bit of the money that we plan on spending in that area on it, and keep the rest of it separate. So if somebody gets that card number, there's very limited money that they can get. And we go with Navy Federal Credit Union.
Yep.
And I know other banks. Yeah, and other banks do this as well. But they are really good. They noticed while we were in Montana that somebody tried to get gas in Florida.
Yep.
And so they sent us a text saying, this is, you know, even though we travel all the time, they noticed that it was irregular and so far away.
They saw a bunch of our transactions in Montana, but this one in Florida, we got a text within minutes of it happening.
Yeah, and they
replied back, we said, nope, we're in Montana.
But I've talked to some other RVers where they use the gift cards, the Visa, and they'll put money onto the Visa gift cards.
Or a reloadable card,
the
yeah.
reloadable card. So
That's
that way
smart.
if they're pumping at gas pumps or they're using it, if that information's taken, you don't have to worry about it. So when you're traveling full time, you do have to think about things. Another thing, a lot of banks will put freezes if they notice that you're traveling a lot. So talk with your banks or your credit card companies before you hit the road full time. If you're going full time, let them know of your status, so that way you don't get somewhere in the middle of the night, that's the only card you have on you, and it's frozen because they think it's suspicious activity because you've suddenly left sticks and bricks and you've been spending like crazy.
Yeah, and you're all over the place.
So,
yeah.
That just brought up a topic that I had been wanting to.
Yeah, very smart.
Approach or broach.
Yeah, approach.
I don't know. I can't think of it right now. So Corey Daniel, is this August you're in Tennessee? Yes. We are leaving here on Sunday. We'll be trekking across the 40, I think, and heading our way to my dad's house where we can bring.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not too far from Georgia. So.
Let's see. Karen said she's wandering Glacier National, Washington, Oregon, and now Nevada. I think you're following me.
Man, beautiful areas.
That's the route we wanted to take, but because of issues that came up that we had to come down here, we had to scrap all that. We'll do that next year.
We just pushed it back. We'll be hitting Glacier because everybody knows we're going to be going back to West Yellowstone. Kerry and I are both going to work camp this next season, and we're going to go up the West Coast and come all the way up. We'll get to see our daughter in LA. We'll get to see our son in Seattle, and then we're going to come right down in. We'll be able to hit Glacier, all that stuff, and into West for a while.
So everybody planning on traveling, go to West Yellowstone next summer and come by and say hi.
Come see us both.
Hey, Hoss.
Hey, Hoss, I haven't seen you on a live stream for a while. Glad you could join us. I know it's summertime, everybody's busy, family, vacations, that sort of thing, so we're really glad you could join us today.
Jen Goodyear has joined us.
Hey,
Jen. Guys, happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
And yes, Carlos Renee, we are coming to Florida. We will be in Florida in November for Russ's grandmother's 100th birthday.
Yep.
We have decided we are also probably going to hit the Tampa show.
Yeah, so the plan is just to get down into Florida real quick for my grandmother's 100th birthday, spend a day or two in Florida then, and then we're going to head out. And then we'll be back in for Tampa, and probably during that month after Tampa, we're going to really explore Florida.
So, your mom told Haas that she likes his name, and he said, why, thank you. My grandma gave it to me.
Yeah, we like Haas's name too, yeah.
Yes, Mary, dogs are invited to the summit in Indiana.
Of course, yes. We love dogs.
Anything with us and Travels with Delaney
is dog friendly.
It has to be dog friendly.
Yes.
That's a given.
Yep.
Robert Stitch said much of Prince Edward Island is pet friendly in Canada.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it so much more enjoyable. It was the one thing about West Yellowstone I was kind of put off at. You really just can't take your dogs and go. Now, the one place we found, well, actually, there's two places. Pete's Pizza, where we went with Patrick and Patty, and the dogs were with us, and they can sit out there. They'll bring dog water bowls.
Yeah, and Buffalo.
And then Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bar.
Oh, the Buffalo Bar.
Yeah.
They have a patio that's really big, and you can bring dogs.
Yeah, both of those places are dog friendly.
But other than that,
the vast majority of places you will see signs that say no dogs allowed unless they're service dogs. You'll even see some of the sidewalk hotels along the sidewalk there say this grass is dog free. You're not allowed to take your dogs on the grass.
It's like a 2-foot strip of grass, but
it's very dog unfriendly up in West Yellowstone. But then again, they get 4 million visitors a year. I imagine a lot of them have dogs with them, so I think that, not everybody are responsible dog owners. So sometimes it gets a little crazy. So I can see why that would happen.
Pamela said, regarding the where are you from, she said that's why they decided to call themselves our new neighborhood. because they're very smart.
That's a good idea.
I like that.
Yeah. I have to make a T-shirt out of that.
So Debbie T said, this was back when I was talking about, oh, Abby is so cute right now. She's sitting on the dash of the RV.
Looking down on us.
Debbie, so speaking of the dogs, when we were talking about getting the monitor so I could see the temperature, she said, are you talking about the temp stick for monitoring the coach temp? We love ours. I didn't know the name of it. I just know that I've seen them before and I never really seriously looked into them, but the Hershey show got me thinking. So, and here with this heat got me thinking.
So there are several out there, but she says she's happy with the temp stick.
What's that?
We'll go with the temp stick.
Oh, temp stick, yes, sorry. I was reading Karen's comment. She said the faceplate on the little guy thermostat has a defect. You know what? I thought I responded, but I can't remember if I had hit, because I was doing some research on it for Karen, and I'll have to double check my thing to see if I hit send. She was having an issue where it kept converting to Celsius. Yeah. And then she couldn't switch it back, and I guess she fixed it. She called Tom's Camperland. They talked her through it. But then apparently it still keeps doing it for some reason. Okay. So it sounds like some short. I don't know if anybody else has had that issue.
We had that. I switched over to Celsius, but you were able to get it back to Fahrenheit.
And I have no idea. But we will have Teddy back with us tomorrow. Yeah. So I can take a look at that and just kind of see if we're running into that similar issue or if there's something that we can make it stick.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about picking Teddy up. I left a lot of things with it. Sway control, the hitch, which was a weight distribution hitch as well, the bars. So I'm hoping that everything's in there because I really don't want to have to cause a scene. You know me, I think the worst of just the law enforcement thing. You think the worst of a situation. So I'm hoping that everything's going to be there because I really don't want to have to get perturbed.
Had I been with you when it was dropped off, probably would have said have them write every bit of it down when you drop it off.
Yeah, I know.
But I wasn't with him. So Kim said, of course, she'll help us, but she's going to be in Oklahoma the 14th through the 17th.
Likely story.
I'm going to put you to work really quick then.
Likely story.
No, Haas said he thinks that he and his wife are going to come to Hershey just to meet us. Yay!
Wow, super cool,
he said,
Haas.
So look for a big bearded hillbilly.
Awesome. Well, we are having a get-together at our camper Friday night at the fairgrounds, which is where the show is, and we are going to have some finger foods and stuff, so we look forward to having you join us. I know Katie D is going to be tent camping there at the KOA, so hopefully she'll come by and say hello too.
Oh yeah. Mr. Jumbink has joined the room.
Ron the barber. Hey Ron, how's it going, buddy?
Let's see. Lucy said I clicked the thumbs up.
Awesome. Thank you, Lucy.
Let's see. We have. So Paul is sharing information on AC units for the Tab 320. So people that are interested in that, check that out.
Paul knows, man. Go to him.
Paul, any tour videos coming out that we haven't? I know that you talked about the new camp one. What was it? The Avia. Yeah. But any other ones coming out?
I'm gonna go. You know what? We did a tour video of the 320S Boondock series. If you check that out, I think we got like 14,000 views on that video. But the guy was a dealer in Florida.
He's so
the
bad.
Dude was, one, he didn't know the product, and two, he was not happy to give me a tour, and it shows. You know, people like are commenting like, what a jerk.
And it wasn't until the very end, and Russ was up front at the beginning saying, we're going to put this video out. We can help push whatever dealership you're with. Yeah. That's what we did with the other places, but he didn't listen. Yeah. And then at the very end, when Russ said, "Oh, so can you say the name of your?"
That's when he perked up.
Then
and became
he perks
a nice
up
guy.
and he's nice, but the damage was done already.
Yeah, he was just horrible. But anyways, Paul, we're going to swing by your the Beckley's booth, and maybe you'll give us a tour of a unit or two.
Oh, that would be fun.
I know Paul knows his stuff, and two, he's very friendly. Where this guy was not friendly. He was not happy to give me a tour.
That's what I find amazing about the dealer. And so when you go looking for an RV, you can go to some dealerships where, I mean, there are hundreds of different rigs out there, and I feel bad for the dealers having to know so much information about them. Yeah. But then again, this is a very important purchase for people. So getting someone that takes the time to know your rig, and if they don't know something, that's fine. Be honest and say, let me look that up for you.
Well, here's the deal. this guy too was this.
He was there for that reason.
This company was representing New Camp. They're the largest New Camp seller in Florida. So you would think he would have known his stuff, you know. If it was just some like one-off dealer or something, I could see that. Like maybe they sell a ton of StarCraft, but like 5 New Camps. I understand that, you know. But the main part was just how irritable he was. And he tried to make it better in the tour, but it still comes across that he's not happy about it.
Carlos and Renee said we should get together. Me and Kerry can do a cooking show together. That would be a blast. Oh, that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun. I'm down for that.
Yeah, we're going to be all over Florida. So.
And Michael said, looking forward to seeing you all down in Florida. We're going to winter in Florida this year, and we'll be at the Tampa show.
Awesome.
So, yes.
Okay. I don't know. That's Michael from RVDM?
Yep.
I don't know. You guys going to Hershey? Let me know if you're going to Hershey.
Okay. Karen said right now she's in Reno. And Mary says, your Billy and our Beckett will have a constant battle. That'll be fun. Billy actually...
Look at her. She's right there
she's
now.
Right there in the window staring. But Billy is the most antisocial. She could care less about other dogs.
Yeah, she likes humans.
Yep.
But other than humans, no. She has nothing to do with other dogs.
She'll usually prefer me over most other humans unless you have food.
And me included.
Yeah.
You know what really is irritating? Not irritating, but it's like I never get to see it. I take the dogs out for a walk probably about 98% of the time in the morning. And then Kerry's still in bed because I've got this horrible habit of waking up really, really, really early. So I take him out for a walk. I get Billy. I take her back, put her on the bed, and she just goes running. You got to remember, a queen-size bed for Billy is like running half a football field, you know. I put her down on the bed, and she's just like full-out sprint, legs stretched out, boom, boom, jumping to Kerry. And I was like, so the other morning, Kerry took the dogs out, and I was like, yes, I get to experience the happy dog. Kerry put her on the bed, and she's like, hey, Dad. I was like, no, I want that. The hills are alive, run, you know?
Well, because there's something hilarious when you're laying at that level, because I'm actually somewhat lower than a Chihuahua at that moment, and then seeing her run full force and knowing it's not going to hurt.
No, I want to feel that.
When Abby comes running full force at you, you know it's going to hurt.
Yes, I was just going to say, it's like you're cringing because you're like, here comes the pain.
Brad and Hope said, we live near Disney, so we hope to see everyone in Florida who's going to the Tampa show.
Yeah, Brad and Hope. Geez, I don't know why I brain farted on that name. But we are doing the Tampa show. We would love to get together. Maybe we can do some sort of collab with you guys, too.
Paul Chamberlain. So, Karen, he says, I have a video to fix that Celsius to Fahrenheit.
There you go.
So we'll take a look at that.
Paul's got all the information.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, he was the one that sold me on the little guy Max.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he said, just push both arrows at the same time, let go, just a quick touch.
Awesome.
And then Ron said right now he's doing fine. He's mounting race tires. Where are you? We're in Las Vegas.
Yes, we're in Vegas.
Robert says, I've also been sometimes amazed at how unpleasant or unfamiliar with the product some salespeople are too.
Yeah, you know what's funny is this guy reminded me of, if there are any gun people in here who buy guns, you'll know what I'm talking about. But they reminded me of a gun shop salesperson. You walk into a gun shop and you don't know what you're talking about, you're treated like you're stupid, you know? That's how this guy was. So
Carlos Renee said, okay guys, email us, we can boondock or whatever, let's plan that cooking show. When we get to Florida, we will be in touch.
Yeah, and when we do Tampa, we're going to boondock at the Tampa site as well. Mm-hmm. Last year was only $14, and we were coming all the way from Hernando. Was it Hernando?
We drove from Hernando every day.
Yeah, that was like an hour and a half every day.
The first day we left the dogs with your mom.
Yep.
And we drove down there. And then we found out how dog friendly it was, so the second day we actually brought the dogs with us.
Yeah, so we will be staying boondocking at the Tampa RV show, so if anybody's going to be there, let's hook up.
In and around Florida.
I can't wait to go back to the
equestrian places.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to the Tallahassee Motor Museum. We're going to visit there again.
And Coleman
that Harvest
Landing.
Host site. Coleman Landing. That's not a Harvest Host site, but
no.
Coleman Landing is a county park in Kissimmee, Lake Kissimmee, or Kissimmee.
Yeah, that area.
Oh my goodness, that's one of our favorite campsites.
It's quiet.
No, it's not. All those power boats. Whoa! We were there. The weekend we were there was a power boat festival or contest. And oh my goodness. Not power boat. What are those airboats, with the fans?
Oh, yeah.
They had a bunch of those there. But yeah, normally it is quiet.
I just remember this one lady as we were walking through, just looking at the trees, because they have all sorts of
with the Spanish moss.
Yeah. And she said, "You found our secret hideaway. Don't tell anyone." It's like, too late. We put out a video already.
Yeah. Whoops, sorry.
Jerry G said, "Tom's Camperland in Mesa is great. They are fantastic."
We almost bought our little guy Max from Tom's Camperland.
We had money on deposit, but then the one in El Paso
beat
it. But we did go back there, and they helped us do that video on the water. Yeah, how to de-winterize your little guy Max. Mm-hmm. That was done. We went to Tom's Camperland, and Tristan from Tom's Camperland gave us a tour of that. That kid is a good-looking kid, man. That kid Tristan, I mean, he's just so fit and good-looking. I was like, dang. Now, see, if I said that comment, I think I'd be in trouble.
Yeah, you would, but I could say it because there's no threat there.
So Mary said Beckett, her dog, likes anything other than dogs. So maybe Beckett and Billy can have a good talk about their attitudes.
Yeah, they're kindred spirits, those two then.
Stacy said, "Gotta go, friends. Wishing you a safe and happy weekend. We'll be watching you on IG."
Awesome,
yes, you'll
thank
get
you.
To see the madness of us driving with 2 rigs.
Yes.
Susan's got to go too.
All right, bye, Susan. Safe travels to you.
Pam said she discovered us from our Tampa videos.
Oh yeah. Well, we did a video every single day at Tampa. So yeah, we had a good time at Tampa. We had a lot of growth at Tampa. So we're looking forward to Tampa again this year.
Oh, Donna said Tristan did her walkthrough with her on Tuesday when she picked up her tab. Yeah,
Tristan's a good kid. I like him.
And let's see, we've got Forgotten Winter has to head out as well. So
all right, guys.
I'm guessing we're right at, your rubber band is covering the time.
Yeah.
You have a watch? Oh, I thought you had a watch on.
Oh, we're way over. We're 11 minutes, 29 seconds over.
Okay, we're sorry, guys.
We have 44 people in there. We're not going anywhere unless everybody has to leave.
People are leaving.
We got 44 people
Ashley
here.
Equestrian Camp Free, yes.
Yes.
They were talking about, somebody else had just mentioned it. I forgot who it was.
There are several equestrian sites. We see getting an RV, Mary, say, no, keep going. There are several equestrian sites in Florida, equestrian use. Kerry and I had some knowledge about them before. We're going to reach out to Kate KV.
Because they stayed at them.
They stayed at it. I know there's like a $15 initial fee.
Permit fee.
But after that, it's all free. I don't know. We
No
have to figure it out.
hookups or anything. It's kind of like free boondocking.
Hookups? Where we're going, we don't need hookups. What's that from? It's a little different. Roads? Where we're going, we don't need
Back to the Future.
Roads. Yes.
This is our life. We will drive down the road and he just does miscellaneous movie
quotes. I'm just keeping you busy.
Thankfully, I
would say
I know most of them after.
I would say 80% of my movie quotes are from
the 80s.
Gladiator, Conan, Fletch Lives, and Last of the Mohicans. So if you've seen any of those movies, you got me.
Yes, I have.
I'll pull a new one out with this Back to the Future, though.
Yeah, I know you're throwing me off a little bit.
I know, but you rolled with the punches.
Yeah, you gotta roll with the punches on that. I am sitting here literally having sweat roll down my back.
Oh yeah, I've been that way for a while. It is warm out here,
I'm afraid to
guys.
lift up my arms too.
I've got a double shirt on. Am I sweating through them?
Yeah, a little bit. But you've got that air wicking shirt.
Yeah.
Why are you showing people that?
Well, I'm just curious.
I don't want to hang around here for that.
All right, I see some comments coming through here. What do we have?
Judy says, my daughter and I quote Legally Blonde. Oh, that's a good movie.
Oh, yeah, you'd have me on that one.
So Wanderlust guest Back to the Future. This is my life too. Ron and our boys say quotes all the time. Okay, good. I don't feel so alone.
We would get along famous. We have to get together.
You know, it's funny when we were boondocking with Patrick and Patty, Travels with Delaney, before the weather turned because it was getting really cold.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, we should pull out our Trivial Pursuit because we've got the 80s edition and we're all roughly the same age. And Russ is like, they will kick our butt at that game.
Well,
we're not going to do that.
Even though, okay, yeah, we grew up in the 80s, but they are, one is a professor and the other is a high school or a middle school teacher. There's no way. I'm not going to play Trivial Pursuit. Talk about setting yourself up for failure. One's a professor, the other one's a teacher. No way. That's a good way to lose.
Yeah, Russ said instead we'll ask them to play Jenga.
Yeah, Jenga. That's more of our speed. Or tiddlywinks or something.
Let's see. So, Living the RV Local Life said that they'll actually be putting a video out on the Ashley Equestrian.
Oh, very cool.
Thing.
We'll
So
have to check that one out. Yeah.
Mary loves The Last of the Mohicans.
One of my favorite movies.
You know, that is probably the only movie in which I thought Daniel Day-Lewis
looked good.
After that, all his other movies, I was like, okay, I am having second thoughts on that one.
Yeah, no, I have to agree. I really, really liked Last of the Mohicans. That's when I fell in love with, not in love, but that's when I got a crush on Madeline Stowe. I was like, oh, the dark-haired one, my goodness.
Yeah, that was his, movie crush that he was allowed to have.
Yeah, I would have chased her down to the Huron Nation as well and stole her back from Magua as well.
Okay. So Wanderlost and RVDM have to go.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us.
Lewis said there are many free campsites around Tampa that are owned by the Water Management District. Very nice.
Oh, that's new information.
I have some old videos of some of them, so we'll check out Lewis.
Lewis, we may have to do a Boondockers Welcome. We're no longer going to be Boondocker Welcome members, but I don't know, maybe you can make an exception. We could stay there because Lewis has an amazing place.
Yeah, he showed it to me.
Yeah, I got to see the bird or listen to the birds there once. Sounds like he's in tropical rainforest.
Harvest Host location.
Yeah.
There we go. Pamela said all their quotes are from Seinfeld. Oh, Seinfeld.
I never watched that so much, but Kerry is good at Seinfeld. If I quoted from Seinfeld, she'd know them all. She was a Seinfeld freak.
Deborah said, bye everyone, have a great weekend. Donna's singing Happy Trails
to you.
And then...
oh, that was horrible.
Yeah.
God, people are like having ear bleeds right now from me singing.
Mary wants to know, have you ever been to anywhere where The Last of the Mohicans was filmed?
No, I haven't. I know it wasn't filmed in New York.
No.
I think it was filmed in Tennessee or West Virginia or something.
If you check Russ's other channel, Viral Depot,
yeah.
He used to do movie parodies with Brett when he was a teenager.
Brett's our son.
Brett will probably kill us for even making anybody watch. But he did a Last of the Mohicans parody where they went running through the woods.
It was with metal detectors because that's what that channel is, mostly treasure hunting and metal detecting. But yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
See, so all the people that left early, you missed out on that. That, if you want to have a good time.
Oh my God, yeah, it's embarrassing.
Camper Life, good night. All right, good night.
Camper Life. Thanks for joining us.
Paul said, see you soon. Safe travels. Gotta run, guys. Living the RV Local
Thank
Life.
you so much, Paul. I know you're a busy man. I appreciate you swinging in.
And Lewis says, you know,
chatting
the
with
space
us.
is reserved for us. Just let know when.
Awesome. Thank you, Lewis. Well, Paul, appreciate you swinging in, chatting with us, and spreading your knowledge there, because we've got a lot of people who come to this to learn. So when we've got somebody like Paul Chamberlain in here who's in the industry, it really helps out.
The industry voice, it's really important.
Yeah. So guys, we will probably let you go. I've been out of drink for a while. Kerry, sounds like you just finished your last swig, and it is super hot. We have to feed the dogs. After feeding the dogs, take them for a quick walk, and then what do you say about going to the pool for a third night in a row?
I think so.
Oh,
all right,
yes.
I don't know if y'all can see this. It is 108 right now. I don't know if you can see that.
108, baby.
I was curious.
Yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. You always make our Friday nights so much better. Sundays as well. Don't forget, we do this again Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, let us know what you think of our Saturday video.
We'll be looking forward. I think then Sunday, won't we be...
We're on the road Sunday.
Oh, my goodness. We may have to pull over somewhere. I don't think we'll make it to Flagstaff by 1, will we?
No.
We might if we leave early enough. But anyways, we will pull over somewhere that has Wi-Fi. We will be here again Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So please tune in again. And don't forget to hit that like button when you take off. We hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And Thank you so much for joining us.
TK in Texas, good night. Thank you for chiming in. And Robert just asked a quick question.
Okay.
I guess you do try to be where the weather is temperate. Yes, we do try.
We fail miserably.
Yeah, we fail miserably at it. But we did have to come back for a family thing here right now, but we're not going to be here too long, so we're looking forward to getting back to that temperate climate.
Yeah, 108
Isn't that the goal of the
crazy.
full-time RV life, where you can chase 70?
Chasing 70, yeah, we've failed miserably. We just started chasing 70 in Montana.
I think our channel name should be changed to Avoiding 70 in Sunny Weather.
Yeah.
Then that would be us.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend.
Have a happy,
safe travels
Friday.
to you guys that are headed out on the road.
Bye.
Maybe not.